request all of you to make this session very interactive, because the best thing about Boston Burger Company is that the most important thing is to understand the USP about the brand. So it's a brand which is into oversized burgers, and they have great dessert frappes and beverages which are very different from the other uh, menus which are offered by the brand which are currently there in India. We feel that there is a huge opportunity for this brand because burger as a brand is one of the main menu which is consumed in the Indian F&B segment. So I would not take out too much of time. So I would request Paul and John to take this session ahead. So you can start off with the video, and then you can start off by giving a brief about the brand and then the presentation. After which Nikita will have a small session giving us an update about the financials about the brand. And then we can take in your questions, whatever is there. And I'll share my details in the WhatsApp, in the chat group, so that after this presentation is done, if you are ready to come on a call along with us to discuss more in details about the brand, we'll be open to discuss the opportunity. Thank you. Yes, Paul.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. Thank you very much to Fran Global, and thank you very much for everybody who's tuning in. We understand this is towards the end of your day, as it's the start of ours. So we do appreciate you after a long day tuning in to watch our video and hear what we have to say. If you'd like to start the deck, John's my technical guy here. He helps me out a lot. We appreciate it.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much. It's a great opportunity for us. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen.
Bharat, are we live on YouTube?
Yes, yep, you're live.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, it is
Yes, please.
visible.
Wonderful. Okay.
So right away on that screen, you're seeing it says, "We make burgers with attitude and freak fraps that will blow your mind." Burgers with attitude. What does that mean? We make over-the-top burgers. We make something that's going to wow you. We want something that's going to say to the guest, "Let me get my phone and take a picture of that and send that out to all my friends because I want them to see what we're eating, see what we're doing." That's the social currency that is invaluable to our business. And this the freak fraps. Freak fraps are a sundae in a glass is the way I like to present it. It's a take a pint glass, we decorate it like a frat, like a sundae. We add the ice cream in, flavored, different types, and then we top it. And we top it with sometimes just simply with whipped cream and some candy garnish, or sometimes we use some larger cakes or things that go on top that people sit there and look at and they go, where do we start? How do we even get at this? Let's share this. It's a perfect beginning or ending to your meal, to your experience. And we're going to talk about experience. We're going to talk about a lot of these things as we go through this deck, and you're going to see it as you see our video. How we started in 2009. That's Sebastian, Chuck, and myself, and we're just three friends. We had an idea. We said, "Do you want to try it? Let's see what happens." Who knows? We were all young enough at the time to say, "Let's give it a go." We all come from different walks in different avenues. Chuck is a lawyer. Charles, he's in the middle. I was in the Postal Service. Sebastian had a bar and grill in Boston. So we've all done different things. We've all dabbled in the food industry prior to this. I did start cooking in the North End of Boston. It's a very Italian neighborhood back in about 30 years ago. And that's how we kind of Chuck, again, same idea. He had an Italian restaurant that he was working at and doing and working with. So we all had food experience. We all knew what we wanted. And we all came together and said, "What about burgers? And let's do burgers." And why burgers? Burgers are a blank canvas. So if you think almost like an artist has a blank canvas and create whatever they want, we can do a lot with the burger patty. And you'll see as some of the things we create and the flavors go together. They all come in, whether it's sweet, savory, salty, it all comes together. And that's what we do. That's what we create. The recipes that we have, are a lot of house-made recipes. There are things that we buy through our purveyors, and there are things that we make on hand at our stores. It gives everybody that comes in that feel that, we're not just a generic burger company. We're not somebody just, hey, I'm going to buy somebody else's product and share it with you. We're going to put our heart and soul in it. And that's what Boston Burger Company is really about. If we can move on to the next. So as I introduced us, that's our team. John is our Chief Operating Officer who's here with me today. Sebastian is a co-founder, as well as Chuck. This is the company that we have all created together, and that we continue to move forward and innovate and try to always keep something going with the flow, reintroducing different items, coming up with different items, things that people want to have. But we're not just beef, we're not just burgers. We offer chicken, we offer veggie patties, turkey, different items for different people with different palates or different dietary restrictions that and what they chose or would like to eat can have. We can pretty much service just about anybody that has anything that they need to eat or have to eat. Gluten-free, we can do it. The only real obstacle in our company sometimes comes down to the soy. Soy is in a lot of items, but a very minuscule part of when it comes to dietary restrictions that we come across. Other than that, we have it all laid out. Next screen. In our video,
Boston Burger Company. This is our March Frap of the month. Leprechaun loop. You got Irish cream ice cream, Irish cream cheesecake, chocolate sauce, candy marshmallows, green frosting, gold chocolate coins. Everything you want in this month's Frap. Boston Burger Company, doing it right.
Who the heck would be crazy enough to put macaroni and cheese, sweet potato fries, and mozzarella sticks on top of a burger? This guy would. Paul Malvone is the man behind the Boston Burger Company.
We really never done small at Boston Burger. Boston Burger Company is a unique burger restaurant, over-the-top burgers, food fraps that are crazy. We have catering, we have a food truck, and it keeps coming. We're not afraid to be messy, so that we want that. We want to see that dripping down your arms. It's great.
Everyone says the same thing.
I can't wait to jump into this.
You have the most ridiculous burgers, I think, in New England.
I try. I like to get messy.
You like to get messy.
We like to get in there. It's having fun with the food over there, right? We don't do anything small. We're not small people. We don't want to. We do small.
I've seen ridiculous in the burger world. This might have to be a contender. It's wicked awesome. Really good meat in the burger. It's got good tooth to it, good chew, good texture. If you're gonna go for a big burger, put mac and cheese on. It's pretty gangster.
Go big or go home.
What about Paul's hot mess?
The sweet potatoes on there and some of the flavors, I think it had really great traditional flavors
Gotcha.
in a burger.
Who's going home? Today's winner of the Battle of the Best Burger, the Burger King, is 1, 2, 3. Hot mess.
Here at Boston Burger Company, we have burgers with attitude and treat fraps that will blow your mind. Guys, Paul from Boston Burger Company. I've been preaching smash burgers and smash this and smash that. I gotta tell you, I was asked over the weekend what I prefer. I was all in on the smash burger. I became a believer. Half time we still serve them, absolutely the most popular. But I'm telling you, smash burgers where it's at. And if you want to start off, you're going to have traditional OG mac attack. Mac and cheese on your smash burger, bacon, fried eggs, bacon, smash some onions and into it. Some chipotle ketchup. You can do that too. Or you just get something simple. Just get simple smash burger, some lettuce, tomato, some smash sauce on there. You can mix, match. We'll smash it, we'll make it. Boston Burger Company. Do it right, nice and easy. A little fried chicken club. That's all it is. Compact, handheld, something to think about. All right. No, I'm gonna take credit for the hot mess. Yeah, that's got that hot mess spread, the Thousand Island, pickles, onions, bacon, jalapenos, American cheese, shredded lettuce, sweet potato fries, more Thousand Island over the top. Technically, Sebby came up with that, but you know what? I switched it. I named it the hot mess. Boston Burger Company, right?
So as you saw through that video, a lot of some of the types of burgers we do, the frap at the beginning is a freak frap. That is exactly what we're talking about. The burgers over the top, chicken sandwiches. I think our fried chicken, honestly, it can be put up there and it's big. It's not small. We also offer a grilled chicken. We offer a lot of different types of ways to get our food. This way, it appeals to everybody in a party, in a group, not just one or two people. Or you have somebody who says, "Oh, I don't want to have certain item. I need another item." We have that for them, and that's what we do. You saw throughout the video some of the TV spots that we've been on Food Network quite a few times here in the States, been on Rachel Ray, been on a lot of local TV. The first one was Family Gourmet, which is pretty big out here in the Boston area. They've been around for well over 25, 30 years. Those are some of the shows that have come to us. We never reached out to anybody. We've never had to ask to be on a show. A lot of people say, "How do you get on all these things?" I simply answer the phone and say, "Yes, I will do whatever it takes to make sure they come in, they have the same experience we want our customers to have." We actually took our show on the road. We saw the catering portion. That was down in the Dominican Republic, which we flew down for David Ortiz, who was one of the biggest baseball stars, or retired baseball star now, from the Boston area. And we did a whole weekend down there with David and his charity. What we do in Boston Burger Company and how we present our food is number one, we definitely focus on the customer and the guest. We want the guest to have an experience, not just a meal, not just to say, "Oh, yeah, I ate, time to go home." We want them to enjoy it and remember it. Service, our food, our atmosphere is what we present. That's what Boston Burger Company really embraces. The recipes. Our recipes have been 16 years of building, and they are going to continue to build. Our menu, our guests, our economics. You can see that right there on the screen. The economic part of it, I know we're going to cover the space, we'll cover the ROI and things of that nature when Nikita gets on. She is very good at what she does. As for our guests, like I said, we get everybody from kids to grandparents. Doesn't matter. Everything in between. We are in high volume areas. We are in places like near Harvard University. We're a block and a half from there. Tufts University. We're down the street in Somerville. That was our original location. We're near the Berklee College of Music, literally next door to it. Right in Boston, which is also down the street from Fenway Park, which is a well-renowned baseball facility, the oldest in America. We have another one up in Salem, Massachusetts, which is the Halloween capital of America. People come from all over in October, and when I say all, they come in hundreds of thousands to a small city and take over the city for Halloween, dressed in everything you can imagine. And we are right in the thick of that. We recently opened up in Brookline, Massachusetts, which is a new concept that we're doing and kind of very similar to Boston Burger Company, more of a QSR model that we're working on. And that's something that we will roll out as soon as we can. We want to nail that down a little bit further. But this is what we do. This is who we are. The next. One second. There we go. And you can see, as I say, our concept is very versatile. It adapts well with, full service, which is what we do mostly. We do want people to come in, be served, talk to somebody, put a personal feel and touch to everybody that comes into our restaurants. The dishes that we've developed, they present well on the table. They're great for delivery as well. I have delivered catering boxes. We do a lunch box basically for corporate, and we deliver those up to an hour away, and they hold no problem. Recently, we did a large order for a large construction group up in New Hampshire. From us, that's approximately about an hour drive, and they loved it. They couldn't say enough about it. So again, our burgers go well in store and out. Training. We have a facility that's about 4,000 square feet that we use for development training, kind of where everything starts off. We have structured programs, as you can see here, covers our operations, our brand standards, the hands-on training, the presentation, inventory management, the usage and health and safety protocols. We have booklets and we train people on what to do, how to do it. We have online training, the online portion now with our recipes and video, pictures. Basically, it's a how-to step. And you can take that online training. If you need to make 1 quart of an item, we can break it down all for you. Write that in there, real time. Actually, you can break it down. All you do is just change what you want and how much you want. If you want to make a larger batch, it scales it for you. So it's very easy and very easy to obtain, very easy to use. Next. Support quality control. We have 16 years of experience in developing this brand. We work on it every single day. It's part of my life. It's part of Sebastian's life, Chuck's life, now John's life. And to support you and to support what you're going to need, we understand because we've been through it. I know the mistakes that we've made. I know how to fix them. We know where we need to be. We know what we need to change. Sometimes, like I said, we touched on dietary restrictions and things of that nature. We have things in place that can always swap in and swap out to meet anybody's needs. The training portals that we were touching upon, e-learning, everything's at your fingertips, which is what you want from someone that's across, halfway across the world. Very easy. Can reach out to us. Any questions, we will help answer them, break down the problem, fix the problem if there is one, whatever you need. Social media and marketing. Social media is key right now. We see that everywhere from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and we try to touch on all of that. And I make videos every single week. We do, whether it's me speaking, where people can get in touch and kind of see who it is behind the brand, who it is that is, there coming up with the ideas or making burgers and making their food. It gives it a little bit more of a real feel, in my opinion, and we also do videos just sometimes just the food itself and put some music behind it and make it fun, make it entertaining. And that is again the social currency part of it that I touched upon, because people see it, they see what they have, they see what they want, and they say, I have to have that. Some of the videos we do, yeah, they can be a little bit out of the box, and that's fine because people tune in, they want to talk about it, they want to share it. Look at what this person's doing. This person's a little out of their mind. That's okay. I get a lot of that from my children who are now, adults, and they see it, what I do on social media. And sometimes I get the phone call, Dad, you're embarrassing me. And I say, well, I'm doing my job as a parent then. And because that's what all of us are. Myself, Chuck, Sebi, John, we're parents. We're also, in the restaurant business. And social media shows that. We do the pictures, the video, the reach to the customer, to consumer. And that's where the marketing in this aspect comes very important. So we're going to start with passing this over to Nikita, if Nikita is ready for some financials. And
Paul, I had one quick question. Now,
yes,
you see now in the trend which is happening in most of the restaurants in the global forum is that there is a dependency on the delivery channels which are there for food deliveries, and between 40 to 60% is coming from food delivery, which is happening through different partners in India, and Swiggy, Zomato has actually captured the market. So, a oversized burger when it comes to delivery, do you think that it will be a challenge, or we have specialized boxes which can help in the delivery?
so We deal with the same over here. We have Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub. The list goes on. The Uber Eats is probably the biggest in DoorDash as well over here in the States. And we do a lot of delivery, a lot of pickup, a lot of third-party delivery. The burgers are wrapped. They're not just put in a box. We wrap those in a foil, cushion foil wrap, which keeps the heat and insulation in. That goes into a box with our chips, with some coleslaw or baked beans. And that's a box, basically dinner right there. That's what we would plate. We put that in the box, we put it in a bag, you close the bag up tight, and it goes on its way. Like I said, I've delivered those same boxes for corporate catering and functions up to an hour away, and they travel fine, they travel well. The buns that we use, they're a little bit more dense than a real soft bun, so that they stand up to everything that we put on that burger. They don't disintegrate. They don't disappear on you when you're eating them. Um, these are all items that that we've structured a certain way over the past 16 years to make sure that it gets to where it's going. And listen, and delivery is delivery. There's nothing. It's not the same as if you were sitting right there and get it right off the grill. But I think you understand that if you're getting delivery, because that's what the expectation is being met already.
Mhm. Second is that I
So,
have seen that you have married a lot of your menus along with alcoholic beverages. So how is that you have mastered it? Because I have seen very less. I've actually not seen any brand which has actually uh, married the alcoholic beverages along with the burgers. So how could you achieve it? Have you done it as per the protein which is being served, or what is the strategy which you have done it? Because see, we
so
have a structure in which we also can inculcate a brewery or a alcoholic beverage along with the concept which is coming up either in a CDR or in a QSR format. So how do we go ahead with that, and what is the expertise you have put in behind it? If you can just talk a bit, because this is none are not there in most of the burger brands which is there in India right now.
so for us and obviously over here in America, burger and a beer is pretty much the staple. Whether you go to a sporting event or you come to our restaurant or you have a cookout at your own house and you're cooking burgers, beer goes along with that, and that which is also, the alcohol portion, and that's the mainstay of what we do. So the beer, whether it's an IPA or it's a pale ale or something, even like, something heavier in the wintertime for us, that's that goes along with the burger, complements the burger. Sometimes you have that saltiness and savory of the burger, and you have a nice, refreshing, cool beer that washes that down. That's for us what really pushes the alcohol sales. And a lot of times in my videos, I will put a beer on um, right on the plate or right onto the counter so they can the guests will see that, and it kind of ties it all together for them. Um, for the hard alcohol, if you're serving cocktails, we come up with try to be both. We want the sometimes a little sweeter cocktail, which personally, that's me. That's my preference. And some people do like the more of a bourbon or something like that. It's something with a little nuttiness to it, a little smokiness to it that also ties in with what they're having and what they're eating. And then we also serve wine. Wine goes a long way. Having a chicken sandwich or a Caesar salad or something of that nature that's on our menu, that ties in as well. The alcohol contributes to the guest experience for those who want to partake in it.
Sure. Thank you. Yes, Nikita, you can take it ahead.
Sure. Thank you so much, Swaraj, and thank you, Paul, for the wonderful presentation. I think before I could share the financials, I wanted to put in a view from my end as well. So I think Paul has wonderfully advised as in what the brand stands for. And I think today there are many chains in India, even if we say for burgers, be it McDonald's, Burger King. But what I personally believe that it's a patty in a bun concept. It's not an experience. As Paul said, that we have moved beyond serving a meal than an experience. And I think if all the partners who have joined would want to go to their social media, you'll see that their food is actually not only an experience, it's quite an Instagram worthy, I think, burgers or these things that we will see. And today, though there are number of chains in India, but I think there is a lag where we see the premium burger brands, because today if you'll see the youth or the working class in our country, they are well traveled. What they eat outside India, what they would want to bring that back in the country as well. And I think today we do not have these bigger chains which have entered into Indian market. And I think still burger is an American food, and I believe that no one else better than Americans would uh, do it best. So I think that is what we thought is the right time to bring Boston Burger Company to India, because I think today the kind of market demand there are a few homegrown brands who have started into an experiential, or we say a gourmet or a craft burger chain. So there are a few brands that have done this, but I think we still would need a chain which is an international concept and would bring that international, I think, taste and influence over there. So I think that is why we wanted to bring Boston here in India. And also because this concept is not only a QSR, it's more a casual dining concept where we accompany that to a craft beer or a craft beverage as well. So I think I'll share the models we have prepared for the India expansion. We would be going for stores either which can incorporate bars or without bars. If we say the standalone dine-in centers, it could be somewhere between 1,000 to 1,500 square feet, which gives you on the experience for the food. If you talk about a diner with bar, we might go up to an area size of around 2,500 square feet. So these are typical centers that we would want to accompany for. The franchise fee that you are going to pay to the brand for the smaller centers, it could range between 15 to 20 lakh rupees. And for the bigger center, it will be 30 lakhs. Your investment ranges somewhere between 70 to 90 lakh rupees if you are going for a diner, which would be a standalone diner without a bar concept. And if you would want to accompany bar, there could be a liquor fee or an excise fee that you also pay there. So roughly around 1.6 to 1.7 CR is a total expense that you'll see for opening this particular center. All these centers we would want to go for dine-in. We either it's a self-service or it's a full dine-in center. We would want to have at least sitting capacity of between 30 to 60 people when we say for the diner without bar. And when we go for a bigger centers for 2,500 to 3,000 square feet, at least 80 to 100 seater capacity is what we would feel should be there. Roughly between 400 to 600 rupees would lie as your APC, that per customer bill that you generate. And as we said, that India today is booming toward a delivery concept. So ideally, we feel that 20 to 25% of your sales could be generated through these delivery aggregators, which could be Swiggy, Zomato, or any other food delivery app. If you talk about the monthly sales, so average between 11 to 15 lakh rupees is an average sale that you can achieve into 1,000 to 1,500 square feet center. And when we talk about with bar, it could stretch to somewhere between 25 to 30 lakh rupees as a monthly revenue. Royalty, 8% overall royalty is what you pay to the brand. And on an average, 27 to 30% could be an food cost that you incur as a cost for consumables. And additionally, 2% could be your packaging cost. The aggregators could charge you somewhere between 25 to 30% as the commission for deliveries. Then could be your other expenses. There is also a 2% cost that you incur as a cost of marketing expense on the overall business that is generated. Between 1.5 to 1.6 lakh rupee monthly salary is what you incur as a cost in a smaller unit, which might go up to 2.5 lakh rupees if we are opting for a 1,500 square feet store. The store with bar, where you have bartenders and all these staff as a part of your curriculum, somewhere between 3 to 4 lakh rupees could be an average cost, where additionally 2 to 3% you incur as a cost for staff welfares, accommodations, bonuses. So when we talk about the revenues that these stores can generate between 2 years is what you'll see as a break even on the initial store capex that you put into the business. And between 45 to 50% could be an average ROI that you earn year on year. These are the single unit stores, PNL. Though I have catered this into a summarized form, but any partner who would want to understand that into detail, we can explain you, our Franchise India team can explain you the entire PNL, how it would work for the particular store. Though Boston Burger Company would be prevailing more towards an area developer rights to be given to a particular franchise. So across India, what we have considered here is that at least 25 unit area developer rights is what we'll be providing to a franchise if somebody would want to become a development partner for us, where at least one of the store is something that these partners would open themselves, and rather 23 to 24 stores is what they can sub franchise. But these store will get exclusive rights to develop a certain region, for which they are going to pay us 1.25 CR as a master franchise fee, and additionally would be an investment for their own store, which we would expect them to open a store which is a flagship center with bar. So somewhere between 2 to 2.5 CR would be an average investment that these partners make. Now, what becomes a beneficial proposal for these area developers is that the out of the sub franchisee stores that you are going to appoint for, the franchise fee collected from these stores, you will earn 50% revenue from these, and 50% goes to the brand. And additionally, the royalties that are collected, that are shared between you and the brand. So if we say that you have invested a sum of 2.6 CR in the business, so between a period of 1.5 to 2 years, you can easily achieve a payback on your initial investment. So these are the summarized financials that we have proposed for our India expansion. Anybody on the call who would want to understand this in depth, please connect with us, and we'll be able to give you an more detailed version of how the PNL will work for the brand.
Right. Thanks so much, Nikita, for the detailed presentation and, of course, clarifying all the doubts about the financials. Uh, well, we have a couple of questions in the chat. So, yeah, in case if anyone would like to get in touch, with the brand, the first you can contact Suraj himself, right? I think he has already shared his number in the chat box. You can contact him for any further discussion about the brand and the business opportunity. Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you for sharing the details. Thank you all for joining the call. Paul and John, also thank you for taking out this time to join along with us. Any last closure note you would like to give to the team who is out here and the people who are in touch with us on the YouTube? It's if you can just say some last few words about how you would like to take this ahead, and then Bharat, you can take it ahead for the closure.
So I just want to say thank you for everybody that took the time out to watch this on YouTube, to watch this live. Thank you again to Fran Global for giving us the opportunity to present. I hope that what we showed is just a snapshot of what we do. Just everybody, I hope everybody understands that. They see the little things, but it's what we do. This is all that we've done for the past 16 years is focused on the Boston Burger Company. Like I said, we have multitude of different items on our menu that really reaches to every single person, whether they like a poultry or a beef product or a veggie product. We have all that for them. Any questions, please reach out to us. I'd be happy to answer. Reach out to Fran Global. They would also be happy to answer. Again, thank you for your time, and we appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you, John. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you for being available. It is early in the morning in US, yeah? All right, so
it's not that early. I mean, I definitely we're
Okay.
up and running already, so it's pretty good. I just feel bad. I know it's the end of the day for you guys over there.
Absolutely right. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for being able
Thank
to
you.
for this
Thank you,
webinar,
everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone who joined this webinar. In case if you would have any question, you please get in touch with Suraj. He has already shared his number in the chat box. and we can have a discussion in detail.